So before the podcast started, right? We were talking about when
Wrestling.
the witchcraft times were, and when the pirate times were, and when the cowboy times were.
Did you start your cold open when I got here? Did you lay the groundworks for a cold open
Listen,
before we started?
things just happened to work out well. All right.
Did you purposely
Cowboys
put
versus
cowboy?
aliens happened to be on TV.
I don't believe that that's a coincidence anymore.
The Sci-Fi Channel. I have no influence over what they do.
Go ahead.
But there's one times in particular of those times that we spoke of that is of certain interest to me. It's gonna be the witchcraft times.
See, I thought it was gonna be the pirate time because you brought up pirate time for no reason.
No, that's legitimately my brain not being able to tell the difference between when those periods happened.
Oh, I also thought it was the Pirates of the Caribbean lady.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
So witch times? We're doing
The witch
witches.
times. So during the witch trials, right?
Which ones?
Not necessarily the Salem ones, but also like
Like the
those.
actual ones.
Yeah, like across Europe, and later that spread into the continentals and all that.
Yeah.
But there was another hunt for beings going on at the same time.
The Hunt for Red October.
It was not the hunt for Red October. They were also hunting very, very hard,
Communists.
hunting werewolves.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
So today on My Neighbor Mothman, we're going to talk about the origin and history of werewolves.
This is awesome.
Welcome to My Neighbor Mothman. I'm Levi.
I'm Zachary. Ooh.
I have a horrible...
Hey, what's the show about?
This show is about all sorts of spookies and creepies and oddities and that sort of thing.
Thank you.
Disclaimer, I have very bad allergies right now because apparently the West Coast is on fire.
Yeah.
And all that is spreading this way.
Sweet.
So I've been dying for like the last 3 days.
Isn't there like tornadoes in Michigan right now too?
Sure. Maybe.
I saw some TikToks about
I saw flooding in Michigan that was like knee deep.
Yeah. Knee water somewhere.
so you
Werewolves.
know, you gotta give me some slack here on this one because I don't feel good at all. And I got sunburned yesterday.
I can see that you're a little red.
I'm a little red.
What were you? Oh, you guys were tubing,
Yeah, we
right?
went tubing. Yeah, my belly real red. Not its reddest, but pretty red.
We should do a hot tub stream.
Hot tub stream. Yeah.
God, it'd be miserable.
It would. So, a werewolf,
Yes.
which is Old English from werewolf, which means wolf, man wolf, or occasionally lycanthrope, which is Greek for some Greek that I can't read, which means wolf human.
Okay.
Is a human with the ability to shapeshift into a wolf, either purposely or after being placed under a curse or affliction, often a bite or scratch from another werewolf. With the transformations occurring on the night of a full moon. This is pretty bog standard werewolf fare.
There was a full moon 2 nights ago.
Interesting.
Anything to say about that new person on the podcast? Riveting.
No, yep, that'll do it.
Have we named this one?
No,
has this one been here and I haven't noticed it?
it's been there since day one. No, that's we went to Disney, and that's a
Oh,
wampa.
Yeah, you did. A wampa?
Yeah. 5 episode 5.
Sure, I don't know. It was a
The old
Fever
ones. It's in the
dream.
old ones.
he's a pretty cool guy.
So the earliest sources for this ability or affliction, depending on how you want to look at it, not the t-shirts, is from 27 to 66 BC to 1150 to 1228 AD.
Werewolves back in the alleged Jesus times.
Mm-hmm. Pre-Jesus.
Now look,
Werewolves link back to the Nordic Viking times.
that makes sense. I don't know if you remember this, but about a month ago, I went to church, and the pastor was talking about Vampire Diaries. I think
Cool.
he had just started watching the Vampire Diaries or something. And at one
It's a
point,
weird thing to bring up at church.
yeah, it was a weird area. But he said during his sermon at one point, "Now I'm not saying Jesus was a vampire."
Oh no.
And then he did not go the normal way you would go after the
Yeah.
sentence of being like, but
yeah.
but he said that, and I did not listen to a single word
Nope.
for the rest of the
Couldn't
sermon.
think
'Cause I was
anything
like,
else, right?
I was like, do we know for sure that he wasn't? So now we're talking about werewolves. Man, look, if the Christians, if you want me on your side, I need the director's cut of the Bible that talks about Jesus having to fight off werewolves.
Yeah. That'd be a rat. Listen, marketing nowadays, Bible would be way more interesting.
Yeah. You remember,
It'd be all the hits. It'd be 60 pages of the raddest stuff you've ever seen.
yeah, dude. Doing like
Because
he'd be doing like me
you have
airs
to-
off like a vert ramp.
you have to kit bash in the Old Testament in there so you can get like David and Goliath and that
dude.
sort of stuff.
David and Goliath now?
Mm-hmm.
What?
So I've got a couple places that we can start. This is a little bit of a choose your own adventure for werewolves.
I would just like to say one more thing about Jesus as a vampire.
Okay.
Let's remake Passion of the Christ,
Oh.
but let the dude who wrote Lincoln Vampire
Oh,
Hunter,
yeah, Abraham Lincoln Vampire
Yeah.
Hunter.
let him write the script.
Yeah.
All right, go on with your thing now.
So
That's
we
all I
can
asked.
start at the characteristics of a werewolf, becoming a werewolf, and then I have some like classical like
music
where they came from, and then like remedies. I figure your remedies would be towards the end.
remedies.
Yeah,
I guess that makes sense. I guess surely someone's thought of that.
there's quite a few.
I don't know why you would. I could turn into a werewolf.
Well, that's a podcast topic for another show.
It probably wasn't a hey, I don't want to be a werewolf anymore.
It's more of a hey, we don't want you to be a
Yeah.
werewolf anymore.
That's fair. I was trying to think. I was like, who has the power to be a werewolf? And goes, this sucks.
Yeah,
Man, Michael J. Fox killed it. That movie would have
open. He's open.
That movie would have sucked if they fixed him.
So we'll start at characteristics, I guess.
Okay.
So the beliefs classed together under lycanthropy are far from uniform, and the term is just kind of used all over the place in ways that don't. That's a big moth. I saw that not that long ago.
Yeah, I just got an alert from r/Mothman on Reddit because it keeps suggesting things that I think I'd be
It's
interested
a
in.
forearm-sized moth for those.
Because I look at Reddit once every 4 months.
Yeah, same.
And it's just like, hey, we hear you talking about Mothman all the time. Do you want to look at it? And I'm like, no, think so.
Everyone has a different version of werewolf lycanthrope thing. There's not. It's the consistency is it's a person that turns into a wolf.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty basic.
In some they are temporary, and others they're permanent.
Wait. Like you turn into one and you never come back to human?
You never come back.
That's honestly kind of more interesting.
Right. Transformations are temporary or permanent. The were animal may be the man himself metamorphosized, may be his double who actively lives the rest of the man's life out, or maybe his soul, which goes forth seeking whoever they may devour and leaves the body in a trance.
This has got a very like Venom feel to it.
Yeah, right?
Man, that's kind of cool, actually.
Um,
Hey, why you guys me cheese balls?
that's the size that they come in.
Nice.
Yeah. And mom eats cheese balls constantly.
It's an interesting dietary habit.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure those aren't.
It's just freaking Cheetos.
I mean, I
Just
guess,
eating a bunch of Cheetos
but it
all the
looks
time.
like knockoff. It looks
They're
like
Utz or Udies or however you.
they look like dollar store Cheetos,
Yeah.
which I'm sure are made even cheaper than normal Cheetos.
There's
Like,
even more air in them somehow.
weird.
So, where was I? The soul goes forth seeking whomever it may devour, leaving the body in a state of trance, or it may be more messenger of the human being, a real animal, or a familiar spirit. These intimate connections, which is only shown by the fact that that doesn't make sense, and I wrote this bad.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. Okay. So werewolves, said in European folklore to bear a telltale physical traits, even in their human form. So even in human
Ooh.
form, you could tell, oh, that person's a werewolf.
I'm gonna take a shot in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of hair. Maybe claws. Maybe teeth.
Yeah, kind of. Unibrow,
Ah, Anthony Davis confirmed
confirmed
werewolf.
werewolf. Curved fingernails, low set ears, and a swinging stride.
What does it mean?
I
Curved
don't
fingernails.
There's not a hyperlink to show what they're talking about. I assume,
Aren't most fingernails curved?
yeah. All mine are rounded, I guess.
Mine would be if I didn't chew them. Are we all just werewolves?
It's possible. Um,
No, I think I'm good.
one method of identifying werewolf in its human form was to cut them.
If they bleed green, they're a werewolf.
No, under the skin would be fur.
Well, that doesn't make sense.
Because like in werewolf movies, a lot of times, which they don't have reference for that here, they would rip and the skin would tear, and then fur was underneath it.
I haven't watched a lot of werewolf movies.
I have American Werewolf in London. You should borrow it. It's a good one.
Isn't there someone famous in that?
Probably. It's from the the 80s.
I'm thinking of Interview with a Vampire.
That's got many famous people in it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Uh,
I haven't seen either one.
A Russian superstition recalls a werewolf can be recognized by bristles under the tongue. I don't know.
You know that little thing that connects like your tongue to the bottom of your mouth? Yeah, I tore mine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it sucks.
Oh.
It's it hurts to do anything with my tongue.
Interesting.
Like when you're trying to like look at your tonsils and you do the thing.
Yeah.
Can't do it. It hurts.
Huh.
'Cause I'm stretching my tongue out too far.
I've never heard of it hurting for someone.
Mm-hmm. I've got a friend that ripped, because like I think mine's just kind of been torn for a long time.
Yeah.
I had a friend that like ripped his, like we were drunk doing something and it like ripped and like the whole piece just like came out.
Oh no.
And so now like he can't lift his tongue to like the roof of his mouth.
No.
Yeah, it's affected how he talks.
I would imagine so.
Bristles under the tongue. Do they mean like hair under the tongue?
I assume so.
That's why.
I don't
Werewolves got hairy mouths?
I guess so. The appearance of a werewolf in its animal form varies from culture to culture, though it is most commonly portrayed as to being indistinguishable from ordinary wolves, except for the fact that it has no tail.
You might want to go check the stream. I just got 2 notifications that you went back live. Oh, you've got it pulled up.
I got it up over there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, we're still good.
I had 2 back-to-back notifications that you were going live. I was like, oh man, is it
Yeah,
is it goofing?
I hope not.
New stream goofing?
New stream goofing. Where was I? European.
Yep.
Yep. Eyebrows, Russian tongue.
Nice.
No tail. A trait which is okay. So it has no tail. A trait thought characteristic of witches in animal form. Also,
Ooh.
it is often larger and retains human eyes and a voice. According to some Swedish accounts, a werewolf can be distinguished from a regular wolf by the fact that it would run on 3 legs, stretching the 4th one out backwards to look like a tail, to blend in
Interesting.
with other wolves.
Kind of a side note, there are stray cats in my apartment complex.
Nice.
And people keep telling me that those cats have human eyes.
Yeah.
Like, apparently their eyes just kind of look human-y. Like, they won't let you get close enough to, like, pet them or anything.
Yeah.
Because I've tried.
That's how they steal you and trap you inside them.
Everyone was like, yeah, they're, like, they've got weirdly, like, human eyes. So maybe they're witches.
Maybe.
Got a little witch trash cats.
Look at a little coven going on.
Yep, over in Athens,
Athens.
Georgia.
After returning to human forms, werewolves are usually documented as becoming weak, debilitated, and undergoing painful depression.
Hey, you know what that sounds like? Our entire friend group.
Yeah. What week is it? Who's it this week?
It's me every week.
We're a bunch of werewolves.
But we don't know about it. We're not cognizant of it.
Yeah.
So we don't even get the cool side effects of being a werewolf. We just get the bad ones.
In medieval Europe, it was believed the werewolves had a habit of devouring recently buried corpses.
I mean, that makes sense.
Which is a trait that is documented extensively in the Annals of Metapsychiatrics from the 19th century. I'm unfamiliar with this. I don't have. I don't know books. It's a book. All right.
I don't know how to read.
So, do we want to become a werewolf, or we want to hear some history first? All right, we're becoming a werewolf.
What kind of stupid question is that?
So there are various methods for becoming a werewolf that have been reported.
Let me find a piece of
paper. One of the simplest being the removal of clothing and putting on a belt made of wolf skin.
I'll do that right now. I'll do that on camera. You got any wolf skin?
I do not. No.
God, this is a stupid show.
What a bad house not having any wolf skins.
No, wolf skin. What is this? 1422. God.
In other
hunter
cases,
gatherer my ass.
In other cases, the body is rubbed with a magic salve.
Got any of that?
I mean, I could sell you some. I could make something and say it is, because that's all that those were.
Man,
the hyperlink for that was to snake oil.
Hey, look, look, it happens.
Drinking rainwater out of the footprint of the animal in question from certain enchanted streams were also considered effectual modes of accomplishing metamorphosis.
So you'd have to find a werewolf footprint and drink rainwater out of it. That one seems the hardest out of the 3 so
far, right? Yeah, doesn't
one of them very easy, I would say.
Yeah.
Hey, get naked and wear a wolf belt.
Well, you got to find, authentic wolf skin.
Hey, man, I've seen that Liam Neeson movie. Just crash a plane and they'll find you. What was that movie called? Gray?
Yeah,
seen that one.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Hey,
I saw enough Liam Neeson. I'm good.
I say, yeah, it's Liam Neeson, but with wolves.
Yeah. The 16th century Swedish writer, Olaus Magnus, says that the Livonian werewolves were initiated by draining a cup of specially prepared beer and repeating a set formula. There's a new easiest one. Special beer.
I mean, if you think about it, though, that means 2 of them are basically just special beer.
Yeah.
Magic salve, pretty much just
No,
special beer.
you rub the salve on you. You don't drink
rub
the
beer on
salve.
you?
Not usually. Yeah,
Man,
how many have I
this-
had?
Maybe this is why I don't like beer. I think I'm doing it wrong.
Let's see. There's a similar thing in these songs of Russian people, which to that with the beer thing. In Italy, France, and Germany, it is said that a man or woman could turn into a werewolf if they, on a certain Wednesday or Friday, slept outside on a summer night with the full moon shining directly in their face.
These are all so easy except for one of them.
That's why there's so many werewolves.
Hey, look, all right.
Go camping during a weekday.
Be outside. All right. Side note.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what if like on your 18th birthday you got superpowers and you waited your entire life for it, and the superpower you got is that you could drink things through your skin?
Sure.
Kind of suck, right?
Yeah. It'd be a cool party trick.
It would be a cool party. trick.
You would, like, they'd let you into the X-Men mansion, but there would be no useful way for you to do anything with the X-Men.
Unless
Go on.
you're basically just a sponge.
Yeah.
Lake monster? Oh man. I don't know any X-Men villains. Dr. Oz.
Dr. Oz.
I meant Doc Ock, but Dr. Oz, TV personality. This guy's evil lair down in the Lake Lagoon. And oh man, here I come. I'm just gonna walk in there, soak it all up, baby.
I mean, yeah, I guess if you don't have like a
Like
maximum,
a cap, yeah.
theoretically, then you could also
You're just a walking sponge.
you could also vomit from your skin then,
I mean, I guess.
which is way grosser.
Yeah, I would not call that a superpower.
You haven't read enough comic books.
I haven't read any comic books because I'm not a nerd.
In other cases, transformation was supposedly accomplished. Wow, by a satanic allegiance, often for the sake of craving human flesh. Satan, Santa. We got there.
You heard it here first. Santa is a werewolf
And a cannibal.
and a cannibal, and he can drink liquids through his skin. I bet that can happen. Actually,
Yeah,
I bet there's some kind of weird medical condition out there that causes
that
that.
wouldn't surprise me. There are similar type creatures coming out of like West Africa and Central America that are along the same sort of lines of getting.
You turned that one off, right?
I did turn that one
Okay.
off.
Sorry, yeah, West
No, you're
Africa.
The curse of lycanthropy was also considered by some scholars as being a divine punishment. Werewolf literature shows many examples of gods or saints allegedly cursing those who invoked their wrath with lycanthropy.
Dude, what a cool way! What a cool way to serve your penalty.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh man, I pissed off God. What did he do? Gave me cool wolf powers. Like, excuse me? Yes, please.
Well, I have an example here from a story of
Andrew WK confirmed werewolf.
Lycaon, who was turned into a wolf by Zeus as punishment for slaughtering one of his own sons and serving his remains to the god as a dinner.
I'll do that.
And those were also those who were excommunicated by the Roman Catholic Church were said to become werewolves. That might be the easiest one to do.
Oh man, piss off the Roman Catholics. Hey, you respected a woman. Werewolf.
Now,
Right? Didn't the Roman Catholics? I feel like they had some problems with women.
Listen, Yes.
I guess it doesn't have to be Roman Catholics, just Catholics. The Catholic Church seems to have a problem with a lot of people.
I skimmed over this earlier, but there were
What, the
mentions
entirety of Catholicism?
no sorcerers and magicians and stuff that didn't. I don't really love the way that it's worded, but alongside them having powers of turning people into werewolves would also be the Christian saints could also do this.
Dude, if I knew someone at a church could turn me into a werewolf, I'd go to church every weekend. And I would introduce myself to 40 people every day to find the one that could do it. Next time I go to a church, I'm just like, hey, which one of you guys is the werewolf one?
Yeah, which one of you can turn me into a werewolf?
And then I'll be thrown out. Which will then turn me into a werewolf. It's a win-win.
Yeah, right? So there's some Latin here that I'm not going to attempt, but it translates to all angels, good and bad, have the power of transmuting our bodies. Was the dictum of St. Thomas Aquinas. Man, words are hard.
That's a Pokemon.
Yeah. And St. Patrick was said to have transformed the Welsh king into a wolf.
Seems racist.
Yeah. Not well. A notable exception to the association of lycanthropy and the devil comes from a rare, lesser-known account of an 80-year-old man, Thesis, who in 1692 in Livonia testified under
Georgia?
oath that werewolves were the hounds of God. He claimed that they were the warriors who went down into hell to battle the witches and demons.
That actually kind of sounds cool as hell.
Their efforts ensured that the devil and his minions did not carry off the grain from local failed crops down to hell. He was steadfast in his assertions, claiming that werewolves in Germany and Russia also did battle with the devil's minions in their own versions of hell, and insisted that when werewolves died, their souls were welcomed into heaven as a reward for their service.
What do you think German hell looks like? Yep, bait me into that one.
Not touching that one.
Hey, I will say that would be such a cool movie.
Yeah. Yes.
Right? Like werewolves as agents of God. I'd watch that.
We've combined Constantine and Underworld.
Never seen either of them.
Constantine, Keanu Reeves movie. Fantastic.
You've sold me.
Underworld, Kate Beckinsale.
Don't know who that is.
Hot lady. She's a vampire. She fights werewolves. That's the plot.
That sounds pretty cool.
The early 2000s, wild.
Do you want to know what two movies I haven't seen but I continuously mix up?
Yeah.
It's the Wesley Snipes vampire movie.
Blade.
And Slade.
Slade, like the...
Is that not a movie?
Slade is the bad guy from Teen Titans.
Maybe I'm thinking of, I don't know.
Sling Blade?
Sling Blade. I mix those two movies up in my head all the time.
I can just picture Wesley Snipes right now going, French fried potatoes. That's Billy Bob Thornton is the main actor in Sling Blade. So I just want Billy Bob Thornton to fight vampires now.
Like people used to like be like, "Oh man, you remember this scene from like Sling Blade?" And I'm like, "Man, Wesley Snipes did that?
No.
He really was desperate at that point, right?"
I think he got I think Sling Blade got like Oscar nominations and stuff.
Yeah, but any quotes I've heard from Sling Blade do not sound like they would belong to Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, no, it's because they don't. They belong to Billy Bob Thornton.
Exactly.
The Thesis was ultimately sentenced to 10 lashes for his superstitious belief and idolatry.
Man, I stand by that. Would be such a cool movie.
Yeah, no, it would be. It absolutely would be.
God's Not Dead 3, this time with werewolves.
We can't get into doing the jokes about that movie's title again.
Wait, have we done that before?
Not on recording.
Oh.
At one point, we had because they were putting movies back in theaters, like that at the beginning of the first round of movie theaters could open back up.
Yeah.
And they put Die Hard and God's Not Dead in theaters.
Oh no.
And we were like, oh, here we go. This is free. This is free.
Yeah, free jokes, free comedy.
So I'm gonna move into some of the like classic stories
Nice.
about werewolves here. So there are a few references to men changing into wolves found in ancient Greek literature and mythology. Herodotus, in his histories, wrote that the Nuri, a tribe he places to the northeast of Scythia, were all transformed into wolves once every year for several days, and then changed back into their human shape.
Okay.
In 2nd century BC, the Greek geographer Pausanias related to the story of the king of Lycoa of Arcadia, who was transformed into a wolf because of his he sacrificed a child to the altar of Zeus, which we talked about earlier. There's another version in which it's Zeus testing him as he's not a king, he's a common man, and Zeus wants to test Lycoa wants to test if he's really a god, and he hits him with lightning and then turns him into a werewolf. Because, it's Zeus, he's got to do lightning stuff.
Yeah.
Middle Ages, there's evidence of widespread belief in werewolves in medieval Europe. The evidence spans to much of the continent, as well as the British Isles. Werewolves are mentioned in medieval law codes, which inform us that the codes aim to ensure that, quote, the madly audacious werewolf do not too widely devastate nor bite too many spiritual. Which is like in the laws of Great Britain.
Dude, God, I hate that place.
Yeah.
I will say though, I'm just sitting over here thinking about what life would be like if we never got rid of that just constant fear of werewolves.
Right?
Like I can't even picture it, but man, it seems so funny.
Luciprand of Cremonia reports that Bahan, the son of Simon of Bulgaria, could use magic to turn himself into a wolf.
That tracks.
The works of Augustine of Hippo had a large influence on the development of Western Christianity and were widely read by churchmen of the medieval period, and these churchmen occasionally discussed werewolves in their works. Germany has the same thing going on in the 11th and 13th century, talking about wolfmen and Germanic paganism.
That's a good front bottom song.
Yeah.
Germany paganism.
Examples of werewolves in Ireland and the British Isles can be found in the work of the 9th century Welsh monks. Female werewolves appear in the Irish work Tales of the Elders. In the 12th century, the Welsh werewolves. In the 12th and 13th century, that's a Welsh word that I'm not touching. In 1539, Martin Luther used the form Beerwolf to describe a ruler who's a tyrant who must be resisted. Harold of Norway was known to have had the body of the wolf-coated men, which are mentioned in I can't. This is an A and E touching each other with an umlaut over it.
Oh, it's Elon Musk's child.
Yeah. Which were the fighters similar to berserkers for Harold of Norway, which is Vikings.
Yeah.
That dressed in wolf hides rather than those in bears, and were channeled the spirits of the animals to enhance their effectiveness in battle.
Dude, wolves are huge.
Yeah. It also links back to association with Odin. So the last thing I have here.
Odin had a big old wolf, didn't he?
Listen, I know Odin was often a raven on the battlefield.
I could just be talking out of my ass here. I think that Odin had a child that turned into a wolf.
Loki had a child who turned into a wolf.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
That it just kept growing to the point that they had to, like, yeah, okay.
I hit that point in Assassin's Creed Valhalla and stopped. Because I was like, I need to go play something else right now.
I played 10 minutes of that game and went,
Assassin's
I
Creed.
hate Assassin's Creed.
So this is the last section here I have, and it's the remedies.
I was going to say, yeah, we got to get to the remedies.
So there are various methods that have existed for removing the werewolf form. The ancient Greeks and Romans believed the power of exhaustion in curing people of lycanthropy. The victim would be subjugated to long periods of physical activity in hopes to purge it. This practice stemmed from the fact that many alleged werewolves would be left feeling weak or debilitated after transforming back.
So what they are saying is a healthy diet and plenty of exercise will keep you from being a werewolf.
Yeah.
Or will fix you
If you are a werewolf.
Okay. All right.
In medieval Europe, traditionally there are 3 methods that one can use to cure a victim of lycanthropy. Medicinally, usually via the use of wolf's bane.
Makes sense.
Surgically, or by exorcism.
No. What were they removing surgically? Does it say?
However, many of the cures advocated by medieval medical practitioners proved fatal to the patients.
We cut your brain out. You're not going to be
you won't be a werewolf.
You're not going to be a werewolf no more.
Yeah.
An exorcism. That's weird. I wouldn't have guessed that.
A Sicilian belief of Arabic origins holds. Yes, that's a trip across the continents.
Yeah, that's something.
Holds that werewolves can be cured of its ailment by striking it on the forehead or scalp with a knife.
Hey, yeah, if you stabbed me on my forehead, I'll die.
You won't be a werewolf anymore.
Because that's where my brain is.
Another belief from the same culture involves piercing of the werewolf's hands with nails.
Christ was a vampire. That's why they...
Hey, you need to watch Underworld. Because there's someone who's a vampire and a werewolf.
I was about to say, that's the ultimate predator. A vampire and a werewolf.
Okay. In the German lowland of Germantown name, a werewolf could be cured if one were to simply address it by its name 3 times. Its Christian name.
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary.
There you go.
Dude,
Candyman.
That's the first time I've ever done that.
Yeah, you weren't in a Mary, fine.
Yeah, no. Oh man, it used to scare the hell out of me. We lost power in elementary school once during after school, and a bunch of us had to go to the bathroom. So we were in the bathroom, and I was sitting in this stall when I was like, I think it was like 3rd grade, and I could hear that they were doing Bloody Mary in the mirror. And dude, I sprinted out of that stall so fast. I wanted nothing to do with it. It scares me so, because like I know nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah,
but if it did,
though. All right, I have 2 more.
Okay,
so the Danish believed you could solve it by scolding the werewolf.
Hey, now, cut
that out.
Hey, you
stop it. Stop it.
Spray bottle.
Yeah. No.
Stop it.
And then Saint Hubert said that the cure and protection from lycanthropes.
This is the first protection we've had.
Is converting to Christianity. Because of course it is.
Of course it is. Hey, you don't believe in Jesus? You're going to be a werewolf.
Sucks that you have to turn into a werewolf.
And then be stabbed in your brain.
That's all I've got on werewolves today. I thought that was a really interesting topic.
I can't believe we haven't talked about it before.
Well, because there's not like specific accounts to go to.
I guess that's fair.
It's just like the general like
idea
of werewolves. I imagine I'll do a multi-part thing here eventually.
We can do like a whole like monster universe.
Yeah, I've got a list of quote legendary creatures.
Sweet.
That I want to go through because they're Like cryptids, but with more lore to them.
I say like cryptids, but old,
Yeah,
like old cryptids.
or like just they have more stories about them than firsthand accounts.
That's fair. Well, I guess that's gonna happen over thousands of
Yeah.
years. Man, it'd be cool if werewolves were real.
Yeah, absolutely. That was one of the podcast topics they have is you have to be turned into one. Are you turning into a vampire or a werewolf? For Super Bored Nerds show, go check that out.
Oh, I thought you were gonna. I thought we were gonna. I think I'd go werewolf.
I've got like pros and con lists broken down and ready for that episode when we get to it.
Venn diagram. The only thing in the middle, biting.
Yeah.
I got all these teeth made for biting, and you're gonna give me more of them. You're gonna give me bigger ones,
Bigger ones.
bigger teeth for more biting.
So that's what I've got for today's episode.
That's cool. This is fun. Next week's isn't gonna be.
No? Oh, no.
I'll go ahead. I mean, you're gonna know this in a week, just at the same time that everyone else does.
Ooh.
I've got 2 parts of mine. I have not decided which one's gonna go first.
Oh, fun.
The one that's pretty sad, and the other one that's kind of scary.
Oh. Okay.
It's one I had to break up into 2 days because I scared myself a little bit.
Oh, excellent. That's what I love.
I was talking about that with Joey last night in Discord. Is he was talking about how I was like, how do you guys not scare yourselves? I was like, Joey, you are underestimating how many nightmares I've had about stuff that I've written. I was like, when I did the Skinwalker, for like 2 weeks, I was having nightmares.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh yeah, I guess
My trick is we stop recording and I forget the last 3 hours.
Yeah, I mean, like, I normally have nightmares until we record.
Okay.
Like it's doing the research, and then up until I get the thoughts out, they're just in there, just brewing. And yeah, no, and Joey gave me a couple to like look at, and I just looked at them for about 4 seconds. I was like, it's 3 a.m. I cannot look at this right now because I will have nightmares. I also,
Roswell's fallen.
I've been sleeping with my closet door open.
Okay.
Well, because I used to have to sleep with the light on and noise, so I used to just sleep with my TV on.
Yeah.
And I've gotten away from needing the light. I still need like sound, so I'll listen to podcasts to go to sleep. But I'm trying to, because if I find myself sleeping at someone's house or something and I can't get like my perfect things, I just won't sleep.
Yeah.
So I keep trying to do things that stress me out and sleep, so
it's easier when you're not at home. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I've been sleeping with my closet door open for the last like 3 or 4 nights. And someone the other day, I was on the phone with someone like late, and they were talking about like the ghost that's in their house.
No.
And I was like, hey, I genuinely need you to stop this.
Yeah.
Because I was just immediately just like looking dead into my closet. Like, is something moving in there? And so, yeah, no, I scare myself too easily. So yeah, no, this affects me. But yeah, no, I couldn't look at that stuff last night because it was like I didn't read into any of it. I just saw pictures and I was like, you know what? I'm good for now, I think. So those will be coming soon.
Excellent.
We
want to do.
I was gonna say, like, do we do? I mean, court. I guess we can't really do for this.
Yeah.
Because we don't have any like cases. Fight Club. He's probably gonna beat everything that doesn't have magic or is a god.
Yeah. That was one of the feedback points that I got is that we need to refamiliarize ourselves with the list next time we do a Fight Club, because we tend to focus in on. So we have the bar of Spring Heel Jack. Try not to trip over it.
I was gonna say, so the floor.
And then we have the god tier. And there's a middle area that's just kind of a mess.
You know what we should do?
What's that?
We should get a whiteboard.
I was thinking a tier list.
Well, see, I wasn't gonna go that far. I was gonna go like categories
Yeah.
of like, and then like ranking them in those categories. There's no point in putting
Aquatic and bipedal and flying and
in magic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll have to talk about it.
Yeah. We'll brainstorm.
But yeah, no, because we do just kind of
look. It can beat Spring Heel Jack. It can't beat the Mongolian Deathworm. We're done.
We've done a lot of things.
Yeah, I know.
We can't list off every episode.
It was just the fact that we always go back to the same barometer.
I mean, it makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, overall I think they would
pretty
be
strong.
Very strong. And now if you're going by the ways to defeat them from the list that or the tale that I just spun.
But it seemed like all of those were how to defeat them if they're in human form.
Yeah.
There was nothing on how to defeat them in werewolf form.
Yeah, and that was the thing that I didn't like do research into, because I imagine that there's not enough detail from
silver
that
bullets,
far away.
right?
Silver in general. It was Wolfsbane was actually
Wolfsbane, yes.
Roses?
Yeah, they hate romance. You're not seducing a werewolf, trust me.
They're not going to be on no werewolves on The Bachelor.
We can't talk about that right now. We've done that bit already.
And then I think a vampire can kill a werewolf.
Makes sense. They hate one another.
And then removing the head.
Yeah,
it was like fairly
straightforward.
Yeah, but it was the physical toughness of them that causes those to be. Silver is like the primary one because that's, that was coins back then.
That's fair.
Now they're all just like nickel.
Now they're all useless.
They're zinc. Gross. Disgusting. I'm allergic to zinc.
Are you?
Yeah. Gives me like a burn on my skin.
Ooh.
Yeah. Real fun.
Doesn't sound like it.
Not a lot has it because it's kind of bendable. It kind of sucks. It's what pennies are made out of.
I knew one of the coins was made out of it.
All right. Do we want to do our socials and wrap up here?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Where can we find you on Twitter, Levi?
You can find me at Levi Carver, LevisCarver. I retweet nonsense constantly.
You can follow me on Twitter at Baby Mothman. I also retweet nonsense, but also do tweet most thoughts that enter my head that I think are funny. And a lot of Valorant stuff.
Yeah.
You can follow the podcast on Twitter, which is basically just funny, or not really funny. Just I wake up and I go, what TV show do I want to look up on Twitter right now? But you can follow us at Mothman Podcast. You can email us at thatmothmanpodcast.
I haven't checked the email in a little while.
I checked it last week. You can also, if you're scared and you're like, I can't go to sleep, you just want to go ahead and stay on up, just go ahead and try Noob Energy.
Yeah.
They'll keep you up.
Oh, yeah.
They'll keep you...
Not jittery, though.
No.
In a good way.
Like a smooth...
Like, I need to ride out the night until the sun comes up again.
I have to stare in this one corner of my window to make sure that a ghost doesn't pop up.
Yeah.
You're going to have that focus with Noob Energy.
Absolutely.
What are cool flavors that we've got?
We've got Clutch and Kiwi.
Clutch and Kiwi, yes.
And then a citrus.
Citrus what?
I burst.
Yes.
Oh,
God, this is bad.
Digging that out of the back of my brain there.
Yeah. What's wrong with you? It's sitting in
my cart.
Order the drinks that they give us discounts on.
It's in my cart.
But go to noobenergy.com. You can use code Mothman15 for 15% off. I did look, by the way. It is 1 pack, 6 packs, 12 packs.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I have got so many of them sitting in my pantry.
Yeah.
Because I was drinking them like once a day during the week for work because I don't sleep enough.
Yeah.
But I keep forgetting to put them in the fridge.
Oh. So they're just hanging out, being nice and room temperature.
Nice and room temperature.
Which crack that open, put it on ice.
I've thought about that, but then
I always feel bad for doing that to an energy drink because I feel like the can's part of the experience. New energy can, awesome.
I was gonna say the new energy, when you the new energy cans are what is it? Is it wrapped?
They're wrapped.
Yeah, it's got a nice texture to it.
Yeah.
It does feel good in your hand. So then I would peel the wrap off of the can to wrap around the cup to get.
You don't have to do that, but you can't get it. Hold the can in one hand and drink it with the other.
Hey Zachary, I'm your boss. You haven't done anything.
It's a two-handed drink.
It's 11:30. You've been on the clock for 3 hours. I'm sorry, boss man, but I don't know how I'm talking to you. Oh, it's a video call. I forgot. I've got both of these. Are you just double fisting energy drinks? No,
Don't be ridiculous.
Hey, that'd be stupid. You idiot. I've got to touch this one and drink this one. But yeah, use code Mothman 15. It's delicious.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
love them. I'm growing on the clutch and kiwi
Excellent.
because I didn't love it at first because it tasted sharp.
I have a kiwi fact that I don't know if it's real, so I'll tell you off air.
No, say it.
I have done no research into this. Kiwis help produce serotonin.
I'm gonna look that up off stream.
Now, at this point, I realized I used to eat a lot of kiwis as a kid.
Were you happy?
I sure was. You know how many kiwis I eat now?
0.
0 kiwis.
I think I've seen a kiwi once. There was a kiwi once in my fridge when I was a child, and I thought something had molded to hell and back. I was like, what has been in this fridge so long that it's grown hair?
Oh.
But yeah, Noob Energy Clutching Kiwi at first thought it kind of tasted sharp, but I got 24 or yeah, I got 24 on my last order. I got 12 Clutching Kiwi, 12 Citrus Burst.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just gonna knock these Clutching Kiwi out because I know that Citrus Burst is gonna be smooth.
How does the container come for a 12? Is it like a regular can sleeve?
It what?
Like the 12 packs? Is it like a
Like a carton thing?
yeah?
No, it's the like little like I think it's recycled plastic actually. That's just on the top of them.
And it just goes across 12.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then they package it really well.
Yeah.
I will say though, this is probably because of where I live. The box gets beat up sometimes.
Yeah. Listen, they don't get paid enough to deal with that.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
Postage.
But yeah, I've been keeping. I think they are recycled plastic. The holders.
Mail person.
Yeah, you're a mail person. But no, yeah, no, they're great. And I just pull it out of the box straight into the fridge.
If you're looking for something totally different to listen to, you can check out the Superboard Nerd Show. We haven't done an episode in a while, but
what was the last one we did? E3.
Yeah, it was the E3.
The E3
predictions.
predictions.
Yeah. I'll throw us into a Discord call sometime soon, and
We'll talk about some nonsense.
Yeah, we'll knock out another one of those.
If you like our artwork, you should check out Coralie, whose username is @Lychan, LYCHAN_ on Twitter. Believe her commissions are open. She did a fantastic job on our artwork, which is another movie that I have not seen.
Yeah,
is the basis of our.
Hey,
I was gonna say I don't think you have either. Have you? Perfect.
I have not seen a single Studio Ghibli movie.
I have Spirited Away. I'll let you borrow Spirited Away.
I used to watch the commercial on the on a VHS tape at the beginning for Castle in the Sky. And that's the only part of it that I've seen. And I know about the cat bus.
I say the cat bus. You got Howl's Moving Castle
and the egg toast.
I don't know about the egg toast.
It's toast with egg on it.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a character or something.
No.
Yeah, cat bus. Cat bus is what? That's Totoro, right?
Yeah.
We've lost it.
Yeah,
we've lost.
Yes, we have.
But yeah, check out Coralie. She did a great job, and it was very quick. Trying to think if we've got anything else.
Or Nerds Not Store. Get you some merch.
Could you use some merch?
Um,
Now, wait, I can't say that.
if you want to watch live, you can check out the twitch.tv/Skeleton Crew Gaming, and our archives go up on the YouTube channel for Skeleton Crew Gaming also, as well as individual episodes uploaded onto the Board Nerds YouTube channel.
Yes, and for if you're listening to it and you're like, oh man, I wonder what I'm missing on the video one. It's basically on Levi's episodes, I'm sitting over here having an ADHD attack, just looking at anything I can find, and we also cut out a lot of nonsense, which we've gotten better about it.
Yeah, we've personally cut out a lot of nonsense in our talking.
Yes, because I was talking last night about because I was in a Discord call with a bunch of friends from Florida, and Joey will watch us sometimes, and then the other guys will like listen to it, and they're like, "What's the difference?" And I was like, "Well, there was one time that Levi and I just started talking about people we went to high school with for I think straight 30 minutes."
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, okay," and I was like, "Yeah, that's about it." I was like, "You just look at us and we do that."
Yeah.
So I mean, you're not missing a ton, but you're just missing a little bit of nonsense. Yeah, you can check out you on that same Twitch. Levi streams every now and then.
I do. I'm setting myself a schedule back.
Oh, look at you!
I want to play the Pokemon Unite. Man. I heard it's pay to win.
Yeah, I have.
So that's cool.
I heard it's fun though.
Yeah, I mean it's a MOBA.
I was very upset the other day when we were talking about it, and I said I was going to go download it.
Yeah.
I thought it was available on PC as well.
No, it is a mobile game and a Switch game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is very sad for me.
No,
because
Pokemon doesn't do computers.
Yeah. I've just been playing randomizers. Randomized ROMs. That's all I do anymore. Because my internet's too bad to do anything else.
Yeah. I'm going to start playing Force Unleashed again, I think.
What's that?
Star Wars game.
That's the one with the career? That's the single player one?
It's not the new one. It's one from the 360.
Oh, okay. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, that's been My Neighbor Mothman.
Yeah.
I'm Zachary.
And I'm Levi.
And if we forgot anything, we'll talk about it next week.
Absolutely.
One warning, don't let yourself get stabbed in the head. Second warning, I don't care. Piss off the Roman Catholics. What do I give a shit?